Got down on my knees and I began to pray. Live chat. That's what we need, mates. We need the fucking live chat. Matt Simpson, Canadian Fuhrer. Hey, hey, hey. Hi, hi, hi. Cool men. The men of coolness. Impeccable timing, sir. Thank you. Unblock me from Twitter. Jay Garner. Hi, TJ. Yeah, I'm afraid I can't discuss that. We are all children of the mountain. Do not let the river deceive you. Yes, indeed. Does my beard have a name yet? I don't know. Name it. Name the beard. Name the fucking beard. Yeah, I'm liking this area that I'm in now. It's like the Fort Collins area. The meaning of life is to fuck hookers and do drugs. Hey. Yeah. Magnificus Maximus. TJ shaved his beard on his most recent vid on his channel and it already grew back. Yeah, it's crazy, right? Boom. Beard's fucking grows super fast. You won't even believe the speed of the beard. $1.49 and a little unicorn. Hey, teacher, would you consider doing weed strain reviews in a legal state? Sure. We tried to do that on DP back in the day, and like people really hated it. So I don't know. Everyone's like, "This sucks. Worst segment ever. Boring." Haha, you like postmodernism? Yeah, I do. What's the objection? What's the objection to postmodernism? Because my understanding of postmodernism is that it's basically just like ultimate skepticism. It's just like skeptical of fucking every social convention and every preconceived notion. Skeptical even of science itself. Like, what's wrong with being skeptical? Like, it's not like you deny the. Like, being skeptical of something doesn't mean you flat out deny it or something. It just means you fucking don't take it for, like, oh yeah, take this on faith. I dogmatically accept what I'm told. You know that's in frame, right?
It's not. I can see it.
All right. I thought maybe. Yeah. Someone dare TJ to roll a doobie. Why do conservatives hate postmodernism? I don't even think they know what it means. Because, like, Jordan Peterson talks a bunch of shit about postmodernism, but he gets into a bunch of postmodernistic thought in his book. Like, I can't think of specific examples because it's been forever since I tried to read that piece of shit, but. Sorry, I'm a little congested right now. TJ, are you a shit lib? I'm whatever you want me to be. Slap whatever label. Who gives a shit? Have you adjusted to the higher altitude? I was pretty adjusted to it, and then we came to here where it's even higher still, and now I'm like back into like the sort of adjustment period again. So every once in a while I have to go like, you know, yeah, Blue Dream, man. It's a good strain. What is this? Temperature procedures. Okay. Dope. Damn centrists. Is there a drug you regretted trying? No. TJ, excuse me, TJ is an atheist. Whoa. How the hotels been? Oh, okay, let me think. So, stopped off at a hotel in the on the drive up. It was an 18-hour drive. We stopped after the first 10 hours and got a hotel. I think it was it a Best Western? It was like something like a Best Western or Comfort Inn or some shit like that. I don't even remember what. That was okay, I guess. We just went in there and slept. It was basically just beds. I can't sleep in a car. Otherwise, we would have just like stopped at a rest area and caught a few Z's there. But I can't do it. Listen, frat. So then when I got to Colorado, I stayed at a place in Pueblo called. Do you remember the name of that joint was? No, you don't remember the name of any of the hotels, do you? Okay, we're terrible. So I stayed at some fucking joint in Pueblo that was their lobby smelled shitty. I think they used this really like horrible cleaning solution in there that smelled awful. Maybe it was like that 7th generation shit. I don't know. It was a really nasty stench. Stank like ass, basically. And there was like a little bistro that they had right next to it. And it's like, yeah, you can eat at our bistro. And there was no one there. And I'm like, yeah, probably because I don't want to fucking sit there and smell that horrible stench. But luckily the rooms didn't smell like it, so that's fine. But the whole lobby area smelled awful. Like it smelled like this horrible chemical-y smell. But that place was all right, I guess. Other than that, rooms were fine, no problems there. Next place we stayed was this weird little organic hippie hotel. I don't even want to say the name of it just because I don't want to fucking necessarily shit talk it, but it was horrible for us. Like maybe if I was like a stupid fucking hippie or something, I'd have liked it, but oof. Yeah, I think I'm gonna try to put that out, like maybe like tonight or tomorrow at some point. Good afternoon. Yeah, it was nasty though. There was like spider webs on the fucking ceiling of our room with like bugs caught in them, and there was like bugs that flew around the room, and like the bed was like some kind of like organic, sustainable bullshit bed.
Worst bed ever.
Chelsea hated that bed. I mean, I thought it was pretty bad. I don't know. I slept all right the first night on it, but the second night I couldn't sleep on it at all. It was like some stupid organic, retarded hemp bed or some garbage. So it really fucking sucked. What do they say?
Something about the old podcast.
Right, gotcha. Yeah, I can't talk about that. Kick anyone who asks about that. I can't even do it. I'm literally constrained. The Rockies suck? Why?
Why?
Wait, what? Thoughts on moral absolutism. I think the concept is ironically fascist. Ironically fascist. I don't even know. You'd have to fucking sit down and explain that to me. I can't answer that either. Just don't even ask about it. He means the baseball team. What?
Oh, the Rockies.
Oh, is there a baseball team called? I don't know sports. All right. Like, ask me sports questions. You might as well ask me fucking nuclear physicist shit. Like, I know about as much. You dumb. You so dumb. Why my brain so small? I am not getting as much oxygen, so I might be like 10 or 15 IQ points lower than average, which was already unimpressive, so. Duh. Thoughts on Dogecoin? To the moon. Always to the moon. It's down right now. Yep, whatever. To the moon. A mere bump on the road to the fucking moon. Am I hiking? No, I've never hiked in my life. Look at this shit, guys. It's fucking snowing outside. It's fucking May and it's snowing.
They can't look at it.
They can look at it. Look at this shit. Maybe I can show them. I don't know if you can see. Ugh. How fucking close do I have to get for them to see that it's fucking... Can you see the flurries? Yeah, you can see them. Yeah, shit. Granted, it's not cold enough for it to actually accumulate, but it's cold enough for it to be snowing. I can't believe I'm fucking sitting here in goddamn May looking at fucking snow. I mean, I'm not going to I don't have any expectation of becoming a Dogecoin fucking millionaire, all right? But, I've already more than doubled my money with it, so. No, I don't miss Louis. It's it's horrible in Louisiana right now, according to Stevie, who's still there. It's falling semen flakes. 50 degrees in Chicago. That's cool. I think it's like 30 something here, but it's usually supposed to be like around the 60s this time of year here. But I guess there's like a freak ass cold front coming through. So, is now a good time to buy? I don't know. Don't come to me for financial advice. Don't come to me for... Look, I guess I've done all right, so I can give you some... I mean, I don't know. Like, if you... I think that... Okay, so if you just want... Full disclosure, don't listen to me. But if you are going to listen to me, here's what I would say. I don't think it's done running up. The whole crypto market is in like this big boom cycle. At some point, the boom cycle is going to end, and the shit's going to crash back down. At least for like a little while. So I don't know how much longer that boom cycle is going to last, but I don't think it's over yet. So if you want to get into the market, I would say get into one of the fundamentally fucking solid ones. I think Dogecoin is solid. I think Ethereum and Ethereum Classic are solid. Bitcoin, of course, is solid. I don't know about Bitcoin Cash or Bitcoin like Lite or whatever the fuck the other one is. But, some of them are fine. Yeah, no spamming, please. How many Dogecoin do I have? I don't know. It depends on the day. It bounces around. I sold some off during the last dip. So I don't have as much as I had before. I actually put some of mine into Ethereum Classic, both of which I think are down today. So I'm kind of just waiting to see what those do over the course of like the next couple weeks, maybe. Why sell on a dip? I don't sell on every dip, but I sold on that dip because I thought that there was a good chance that that might be the final dip. But it seems like it's like kind of coming back, so whatever. I think it's fine. There's just so much negativity around the coin after that horrible SNL appearance that I was just like, ooh, I don't know. So I got a little scared and I fucking sold off. But my 11-year-old brother has 8K. The wonders of crypto, right? I can't fucking talk about that. I can't talk about why I can't talk about that. There's just no point in asking me those questions. There really isn't. Now you're in Colorado, you should go on the Durango and Silverton Railroad. You can ride a train through the Rockies, pull by a steam locomotive. Sounds kind of horrible, honestly. I think I'd get a headache. Like, I don't know. I don't like being jostled around. So being on a fucking steam locomotive, boom, 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 I don't think I like it. I'm pretty sure I would the opposite of like it.
I don't like trains.
Yeah, Chelsea don't like trains. I like trains okay if they're like a nice modern train like the ones in Europe. Like if you put me on like a high speed rail or something, that's okay. Those are fine.
I've never been on one of those.
But like some crappy fucking steam powered train, I don't have any romanticization of that. Maglev train. Chelsea is a wimp and an imp.
Why
What?
am I a wimp?
Yeah.
Fuck you, trains aren't scary. I just don't like them.
Yeah. She's not scared of trains.
They're just boring.
I have my car here. I drove up here so that I would have my own vehicle, so I don't have any reason to get on a train or an Uber
Did you
or a
miss
bus.
super chat?
Read my previous super chat. It's probably lost, so just re-send whatever you said in it.
He said my Dogecoin is better than your Dogecoin.
Is it? Fucking prick. I want some of yours then. Defense is insufficient. Chelsea is a wimp. Well, you didn't even spell defense right, so you're obviously an idiot. It's spelled with an S.
Defense. Isn't that like a fence?
Yeah, that's like that's like someone who takes down the fence. I'm here to defense your yard. He spelled it British. Yeah, in other words, wrong. UK spelling, so the wrong spelling. Superior English spelling? No, I don't think so. Defends. Defends. You know, it sucks that Paul is named Paul because whenever like two people get into like some sort of altercation or argument about something and I just don't want to be involved, I usually will say, "My name's Paul and that's between y'all." But when one of the people is actually named Paul, that just becomes confusing. So just reminded me of the movie Falling Down. Yeah, defends, dude. One of the greatest characters in cinematic history. Has my vision gotten worse since I got LASIK? I don't know if that's what you asked because the comment left too quick, but it has for sure. But I think it's still fine. It's usable. How long before the government comes in and ruins crypto forever? I mean, you'll have plenty of warning before that happens. You know what I mean? You're gonna have plenty of fucking warning before the government. Like the government's not gonna. The government doesn't have the power to just like instantly be like, all right, we're shutting down this crypto shit. You know, you're gonna hear like the drumbeat of regulation coming. There's gonna be like inquiries and stuff, so you'll have plenty of fucking time to to realize crypto is cringe. You know what's weird to me is like I know for a fact that there are tons of people in this country who are millionaires on crypto, and like I don't know where any of them are. Like where's all the crypto millionaires? Like we know that they exist out there, and billionaires for fuck's sake. There's people who are literally crypto billionaires at this point. Where are they? Yeah. If the billionaires are invested in crypto, government won't stop anything. They'll stop it. I mean, they're not going to stop. I don't think the government's going to stop it. I think they're going to regulate it. The government's going to be like, hey, where's our cut? I mean, you guys, we need a cut. We need a fucking cut of this. Crypto is just gambling. Yeah, so is the stock market. So is trading cards. So is literally every fucking collectible out there. It's all gambling. It's all, I'm going to buy this cheap and I'm going to hope that it goes up in price. I'm going to hope that I bought it, you know, low so I could sell it high. But then sometimes you find out that you bought it at its height and then it's not going any higher, you know? Even houses to some extent can be like that. You know, people buy houses thinking that their house is going to go up in value, and then sometimes it doesn't. You know? So a lot of things in this country are gambling. Investing is educated gambling. Yep. Well, no, not necessarily. A lot of times it's just gambling. Not there's you don't necessarily have to be educated to do it. Plenty of fucking stupid people in the stock market making dumb decisions. I would know. I'm one of them. Yeah, the government always covers it up. What about people who buy stuff because they like it? I mean, that's fine. That's not gambling. If they buy it just because they like it and they have no expectation of it increasing in value, then they're just a collector or whatever. Remember your video about the Octomom? No, I don't think I do. I don't even remember. Well, she was called the Octomom because she's had 8 kids, right? She was like pregnant with 8 babies at once or something. Didn't she do porn afterwards? Like she was the Octomom, and then afterwards to cash in on being the Octomom, she did like a porno or something. Like, we fucked the Octomom or whatever the fuck. TJ, is it that I'm becoming more depressed and nostalgic, or just more optimistic for a renewal of old friends and ideas? Depressed, nostalgia, or change? I don't know. I don't know who you are. I don't know what you're talking about. Thanks for the money. I don't know, man. Like, I don't know. I don't know what your situation is. I don't know what you're even nostalgic for. Excuse me. Fuck. Poop. Yeah, good point. TJ's so unhelpful. Well, I mean, like, that was vague shit. What am I supposed to do? I remember a lot of people were mad at the Octomom because she was like got in vitro fertilization. Did I say that right? And she was pretty broke, so she really couldn't afford to have 8 kids, but she did it anyway. And a lot of people were upset about that. Personally, I would be upset about anyone having fucking 8 kids, whether they could afford them or not. But whatever. I've spoken to many conservatives recently, and they're all voting for Caitlyn Jenner. They all hated her 6 years ago. Now they love her. I'm in California. Well, you know. That's the thing about conservatives. They're way less picky. You know, you see a lot of fucking debate on the left-hand side about stuff. You know, candidates have to be perfect for us to support them. But on the Republican side, they don't give a fuck about that. If they see a candidate who can win, they don't give a shit. They don't fucking stop. They don't fucking stop and hem and haw for a minute. Even if they hated that person the day before, they will fucking gladly go in the voting booth and fucking pull the lever, press the button, what the fuck ever. They don't need any sort of. They don't hem and haw. They don't debate amongst themselves or any of that shit. They just do it. They're just fucking like, ugh. So. And there's pros and cons to that. So. It makes their side a lot more formidable in some ways. And look, there's nothing conservatives love better than a turncoat. If you're a trans person who hates trans people, they love you. If you're a black person who hates black people, they love you. If you're a fucking... Dude, even I have fucking gotten in on that grift before. Like, I've made videos against fat people, and I'm a fat person, you know what I mean? Like, you're like, yeah, these fatties, man. Bunch of fucking... all they do is eat. And then I've made videos where I'm like a fat supremacist, you know what I mean? Like the next day. It doesn't matter. You know, you just have fun with it. People take their ideology so seriously. What grift am I in now? I don't know. I'm not a very good grifter at this point. I need to figure out a new grift, get some more views in my fucking channel, but I haven't figured it out yet. I'm between grifts at the moment. So, we'll see. Conservatives are always looking for converts, where liberals are always looking for heretics. Ooh, yeah. Painfully accurate quote. I am not in Aurora, no. I am in Fort Collins. You're eating right now? Very interesting. Good to know. Have I seen Invincible? Of course. Invincible is an incredible show. Very good. I think that there's a lot of hatred out there for that girl, Mark's girlfriend. What's her name? Someone help me out with her name. I don't think that the character is actually that bad. I think that the writers fucked up how they handled portraying the situation. I think that actually, if you really take a moment and like consider her perspective throughout the events, you can kind of see what they were going for. But the problem is that they didn't show us enough of what she was going through with Mark for us to be sympathetic to her. All they showed us was Mark's story. So it's kind of a problem because like we see all of the mitigating circumstances that he's going through in his life, but we don't really see all of the times when she's being let down, you know? It's kind of almost, we see it a couple times, but for the most part it's just implied. I think we need to show more of that, and I think it needs to be more clear, like when exactly she figured out that he was a fucking superhero, because that fucking is an important fucking factor. So I don't know. I think that they needed to. I think they could have fucking made her. They could have portrayed her in a more sympathetic light. I think that they didn't really give us the narrative sort of backing to make her character's decisions and thought process make sense to us as an audience. So I really think this is a failing on the part of the writers. You know, especially with all the time that they had, there definitely should have. You could have made that arc a lot stronger, or you know, you could have given her better reasons for like for her rejection of Mark as well. Even though I think she does kind of come around towards the end, but I mean that's a small criticism of a overall very watchable, very good show. So I also feel like they should have drawn out the whole Omni-Man thing a little bit more. I guess it's cool that you saw it come to a resolution as the season finale, but I definitely feel like you could have almost gone 2 seasons with that. But whatever. I know it's based on a comic book, so they were probably trying to follow that a little bit more closely. What am I watching next? I have no idea. I have not yet decided. Right now, I'm not really focused too much on television or something like that. I'm, trying to explore the state of Colorado. So I've not been watching TV shows or worried about what the next show I'm going to watch is, Brush your beard. I actually started this stream by brushing my beard, so you wanted to see that? Just go back to the beginning. What do you like/dislike about Colorado so far? I like the let me see. I like the food. I like the amount of businesses they have here. I like the amount of chains. I like the amount of restaurants. I like the amount of like commerce and shopping. I like that people don't act like fucking retards here. I've found that people are very polite compared to Louisiana. You always hear about Southern hospitality, but honestly, I don't see it when I'm down there. I see a lot of rude, on edge people. Here, it seems like people are a little bit nicer, more courteous, more friendly, but also they don't not as much in your business. No one when I'm out in public has just attempted to spark a conversation with me out of nowhere, which I very much appreciate. I appreciate the fact that weed is legal here and you can just go into a store and buy it. I don't know, it's just like a nice place. The stuff I don't like, the roads are not great. I don't like there's like a lot of roads that are pretty poor in terms of their overall quality. There's a lot of roads that are way too windy and stuff. You know, so bad roads. I've seen some slummier areas with some poverty and some crime and stuff. I guess that's pretty much everywhere, though. There's always gonna be some of that. I don't know. I can't really think of too many criticisms. Icy road off a cliff. Yeah. Yeah, there's so much anger and stuff in the South. I think when I was a kid, the area that I grew up in had more of a Southern hospitality vibe, but it's totally gone now. Like, Republicans are just angry people. They're just like consumed by bitterness and rage, and it just gets worse over time. So, what, babe?
Oh wow, it is really snowing now.
I know, I told you that.
Um, I'm just reading this Twitter thread about like unemployment and shit.
Mm.
There's this one that says my boyfriend graduated in 2016 with a master's, and every time he applies anywhere, they tell him he's overqualified, even at colleges and universities. He hasn't been able to get a job in 5 years and regrets even going to college.
You're overqualified. Why are you in Colorado? Looking for a place to escape the swamp.
Well,
And I did my research, and I decided that Colorado was the place. So yeah, I don't know. Nah, but like you can do all the research you want online, but you have to like come to a place and really see what it's about, and that's what I'm doing here. I'm here to eat the food, walk among the people,
which has been good.
drive among the yeah. Food's way cheaper here, by the way. The food's been really good. I've yet to have a bad meal here in Colorado. I've chosen my restaurants well. I haven't not gambled on anything that's low rated. But I haven't gone to fine dining establishments or anything. Do you have a car? What kind of car do you drive? Peace from the Netherlands. I drive a Toyota. I have a RAV4.
I love Toyota.
Yeah, I'm pretty big on Toyota. I'd probably be a Toyota. I'm pretty much a Toyota loyalist. I'll be honest with you. I like their Toyota Care package and stuff. The RAV4 is really nice. It's got nice interior. It's very comfortable for me. I'm fucking a very large person. I'm 6'6", and I weigh like 300 pounds.
I don't think we could have taken this road trip
I couldn't have
in
taken
our
this.
last car.
Yeah, I could not have taken this in a Camry or something like that. But a RAV4, perfectly spacious. What am I running away from? I'm running away from the swamps of Louisiana and the fucking turgid Trump voters that fucking populate it, and the fucking blithe ignorance, stupidity, and racism that permeate the entirety of that culture. That's what I'm running away from. Also, the food isn't even good there anymore. Like,
Yeah, it's way better here.
yeah, the food is actually better in Colorado than it is in at least the part of Louisiana that I live in. So, I know Louisiana's famous for its food, and I mean, you can get some great stuff in New Orleans. I'm not going to deny it. And I love Creole Cajun cuisine, but honestly, like, the standards have gone way down. Most of the restaurants that exist in my local area are absurdly just don't give a shit. There's just like an attitude that permeates the entire culture of that area that just people don't give a fuck. And I'm just sick of it. A little racism never hurt anyone. Well, you give me $5, so I'll let you get away with that.
But you would totally get in trouble if you hadn't paid for that, just so you know.
Yeah. What kind of food are you eating here? There. I don't know. I've been trying all kinds of cuisines. I've been to a German place. I've been to like a gastro pub kind of thing. I've been to a nice little breakfast spot. I've been to a taco place. You actually can go watch me eat there in my last video. Probably the best I've had, honestly.
Yeah.
I don't know. The food I had at the gastropub place was pretty good too. I've eaten like a few like American restaurants as well, just like burgers and stuff like that. A lot of good stuff. Yeah, I do want to get a good steak. I know there's a Brazilian steakhouse around here that's pretty good. I'm not going to have an opportunity to eat at all the places I want to eat around here. Unfortunately, I don't know if going out right now is super advisable because it's actually really icy. Did not know they have pubs in America. It's probably not the same thing you're thinking of, but yeah, we kind of do.
I mean, they make their own beer.
Would you try a Soviet restaurant? What would that be? Well, it would just be Russian at this point. It's not Soviet anymore. Yeah, I've had a lot of beers here. I'm not really a big beer drinker, but I think if I lived in Colorado, I probably would become one because the beers here are really good. I mean, look, if Caitlyn Jenner becomes the preferred candidates of the Republicans in that state, then at least it moves Republicans to like not hate trans people, maybe. I don't know. Like you say what you want about conservative trans people, like if it makes conservatives in general a little less transphobic, if they can realize that hey, our stupid backwards values can be espoused by someone who's transgender, then maybe that's good. At least for them. At least it moves them a little bit more progressive on one issue. That being said, fuck Caitlyn Jenner. John the Beast, whatever. Okay, I love my authentic Asian food. I don't really know if I love authentic Asian food. I love Americanized Asian food. Did I read this comment? The $7.99 one? No, I don't think I did. I've got my girlfriend into DFF, and so far, Jimmy Fallon, Tim Allen, and Family Guy have been destroyed for her. You're doing the Lord's work, TJ. Yeah, sorry about that. I mean, I'm not really that sorry. How much do I need to donate for you to slap Scotty on video?
Oh.
Yeah, I mean, look, Scotty's definitely smaller than me, and I could beat him in a fight. I know this because we fought on multiple occasions, but Scotty's anger is not to be trifled with, and he's an obstinate person. And if I slapped him out of nowhere, I'm probably going to have to give him half of what you give me to make it right again. So I'm thinking probably like $2,000.
That's what I was thinking.
I think if you gave me $2,000, I could go up to Scotty and slap him in the face, and then give him $1,000 to get him to not fucking go crazy on me. My friend used to watch your videos. He claims he doesn't anymore because you make high schooler arguments, so I beat him up. JK, I killed him in Minecraft. Well, you did the right thing in Minecraft. In Minecraft, of course. Sky strikes me as a school shooter. I feel like I was more at risk for that, but, sure, hey.
I think together you guys would have been.
Oh, yeah. Dude, we could have been like the fucking more famous than the fucking Menendez brothers, dude. Me and Scotty. You up in the school. Wasted motherfuckers. The notorious Kirk brothers. Yeah, the Kirk shooters. The hotel room looks pretty. I mean, it's okay. It's like a standard-ish hotel room. It's a little nicer, I guess, than average, but
Yeah.
it's not like a fancy
It was
hotel.
really cheap, so don't think it's expensive.
Yeah, it's not
I got a really good deal on
it's not a really nice. It's not like, I mean, it's like okay. It's like basically like Motel 6, then like a Best Western or something, then this. You can't use the Minecraft meme anymore. TGE FBI thinks you're serious. They don't know what a meme is. Oh, okay. So from now on, we're gonna say, what are we gonna say now? In Candyland? I don't know. In Candyland. I'm gonna kill a bunch of people in Candyland. Yeah, Resident Evil. That's popular. GTA actually makes sense because you can do a lot of stuff in GTA. So you can be like, yeah, I'm gonna beat that motherfucker to death in GTA. The problem is people will try to gaslight all the time. Okay. Straight TJ, baby. Thanks. Appreciate the contribution. It does help. Especially as I'm on this trip spending money, looking around for a place to fucking go. So every little bit helps. Mutterfucker gave $5. Thank you. Oh, there, everyone's giving $5 all of a sudden. What about to slap Paul? I mean, Paul, I have to actually travel to slap at this point, so you know you're gonna have to pay me even more yet still. And also, I don't know if Paul could be quelled with $1,000, so I slap him in the face. So I don't know. So I have to ask. I don't know. I have to really think about that one. I think I'm gonna need at least 7,000 to slap Paul because you gotta factor in travel expenses and the time it takes to travel there. And I'm gonna have to give Paul, I think, at least 1,500 for him not to be pissed. You know. So I don't know. You know, it's a lot of work. So it's I don't know, maybe even 10. Give me motivational advice. No. Battle of the Beards. He said today's intimidated by your punch, TJ. I mean, even given the fact that I don't work out and don't really know how to throw a punch properly, like it just makes sense from a physics perspective to be frightened about getting punched by me because I'm fucking gigantic and I have leverage. Did Paul move from Louisiana to get out of the shadow of your beard? I think Paul moved out of Louisiana for the same reason I'm trying to move out of Louisiana, because it's just not a great place for people like us. Like, I appreciate there's like a certain type of person for whom Louisiana is a great place to be. I'm just not that person, you know? And I realized that a long time ago. I never should have come back. I did it on fucking false pretenses. There was all these things that were said. I don't want to get into it, but you know, a lot of the stuff that brought me back into the state never manifested. So I gotta go. I gotta go. I stayed there long enough. I did my time in Louisiana. It's time for me to go elsewhere. Where was I during Hurricane Katrina? I was in Mississippi at the time. I left. I evacuated to Georgia. And then my dad, who abandoned me basically, gave me like $200 and was like, gotta go. So then I was alone in fucking Georgia with no money except for $200 and all the dogs and a crappy SUV that stalled all the time and a cell phone that basically like was a primitive cell phone, not a smartphone. I figured out how to text on it. I managed to text my brother, who basically was like, you got to try to get to St. Louis. So I did my best at that point to travel to St. Louis, where Scotty was staying with my mom. And then as soon as I got there, my dad was like, "Hey, I'm stuck in New York. Come get me." So then we drove up to New York to go be with him. And as soon as we got to New York, he's like, "I don't like it here. Drive me back down to Mississippi." So so then we drove to Mississippi, and then he's like, "I don't want to live in Mississippi anymore. Let's move to California." So then we had to pack up our like hurricane house and drive through the wreckage of our fucking city to get to California. And then because my dad had way too much shit, we couldn't do it in one trip, so he sent me and Scotty back to Mississippi to drive up yet more shit. And then we still didn't have it all. So we had to drive back another time to get the very last of the shit. So that was a period of my life I like to think of as like the time I lived on the road for like 3 months.
That all happened in 3 months.
Or something, like probably less. Probably like 2 months.
Why didn't your dad get movers?
Because he was my dad, and he was not going to do that. If he has sons, that's like, hey, I don't have to pay for shit because I have sons to do it. So,
dude, there's no way I would have done that shit.
Dude, yeah, the times of the road, and that's why this trip or anything like this is like nothing to me. Because I've been baptized in the flames of doing that shit. By the way, if anyone out there is a trucker, good on you, man. I could never do your job. Because it's too much. Being on the road like that much is crazy. Now, I like being on the road a little bit.
I've had fun this trip.
Yeah, I mean, it's fun to be on the road for like a little while. But, I mean, if you have the right temperament for it. If you're like a super impatient person, it's not fun. But, once I adjust to the pace of the road, it's fun. And you have nice conversations. You get to listen to music and, see some weird shit. There's a lot of weird shit on the road. But, to be a trucker that's just lived their life on the road, I could never do that. Oh. Hatred breeds more hatred. So I got a super chat. Which state is the best you've lived in and which is the worst? Washington is the best state I've ever lived in. Illinois is the worst state I've ever lived in. Craziest small town story. I don't know. There's not a whole lot of future in being a trucker because automation is going to take those jobs away. I mean, it's going to be a while, I think, before the automated car and truck thing really fully becomes a thing. But, it's going to be I fully suspect it'll be in my lifetime, though. So, it's not going to be that long. I mean, Chicago might be all right. I don't know.
Have you been to Chicago?
Only very briefly. I was in Chicago basically to drop Scotty off at an airport in Chicago. And then I drove back. So, I don't know. Chicago might be cool, but the rest of Illinois sucks as far as I'm concerned.
It's basically Indiana.
Yeah, I don't like that region of the country all that much. Why is Washington the best? I don't know.
Beautiful.
It's just like, since I've been in Colorado, I've seen some beautiful places. Colorado is a very beautiful state. But Washington State, fucking, I don't know. It's like blows it out of the fucking water in terms of fucking beauty. I mean, there's just no place on earth more beautiful than Washington State. I don't think there's anywhere. I really don't. I've been a few places. I obviously have not been around the whole world, but I don't know. I just don't think anything else can compare. Alaska is more beautiful, maybe. I have seen some pretty stuff in Alaska. I mean, I've never been there personally, but I've seen pictures. I would like to go to Alaska at some point, probably in the summer.
Yeah, definitely.
Italy. I've been to Italy. I mean, it's pretty stuff in Italy, I guess, but I don't know. Beauty is obviously in the eye of the beholder, but for me, I've never been to a place that was more beautiful than Washington. And people there are cool. Atmosphere there is cool. I don't know. It's just a cool place. I really wish I could have just stayed there. Alaska has less color than Oregon, Washington, or BC, and it's colder. Yep. I guess weed is legal in Alaska. That's true.
Yeah, the whole West Coast.
Yeah, I don't mind the rain. I mean, the weather. The weather in fucking Washington is fucking so perfect for me. So perfect. I do not like super sunny days because they hurt my eyeballs. I don't mind rain as long as it's not too heavy, which it rarely is there. It doesn't snow that much, but it does snow occasionally. Um, it's just a really pretty place to be. The weather is super mild. Like here, where I'm looking in Colorado right now, like the temperature is like, woo! It's like the the day. It's like it's 80 degrees, it's 40 degrees, it's 30 degrees, it's 80 degrees. You know, it's like all up and down, crazily, like just insane swings in temperature. Whereas like in Washington, everything is just super moderate all the time. It's like the winters are mild, the summers are mild. Everything is just like in that middle zone that I like. See, I'm super happy if you give me a temperature that's between like 45 to I guess about 80 degrees, but really more like 70 degrees. My ideal temperature that I really want to exist at is like 65, 66 degrees. If there was a place that was just that all the time, that'd be pretty much heavenly. Have I been to Hawaii? No, I've never been to Hawaii. Yeah, I think the coast of America is fucked. I think the West Coast is fucked. Um, so I just don't. I don't know. I don't think that there's like long term sustainability there. Like, believe it or not, a major factor for like my decision making on where I want to move is like I'm at the point in my life where I'm like, okay, I'm ready to stop moving around this fucking country because I've been everywhere. I've lived all over this motherfucker. I'm like looking to fucking settle down. I'm really done with the whole moving around thing. I really want to actually plant my roots somewhere. And one of the things I've thought about in doing that is like what the fuck this country's going to look like over the course of the next 30, 40 years. And I just feel like that entire like the coast is fucked. There's wild besieged by wildfires, raging fucking climate catastrophes, water shortages, shit like that. I don't know. I just feel like it's gonna be weird because in the stand, everyone moved to Colorado. Like the pandemic happened, and then the people went to Colorado, and it seems like it's really happening. Because I know so many people that are looking at Colorado right now. And that's what I'm doing. I'm looking at Colorado. Landlock. Yeah, but there's like, I don't
There's a
know.
lot of water though.
There's a lot of water here, though. I mean, there's not a lot,
I mean,
but
not
there's
down south, but up here.
but there's fresh water. You know,
Yeah.
there's a lot of fresh water here, and you know, I believe I read a book that said that Colorado is gonna be a great place as the climate change ravages the planet. So, why do people move to Florida? I do not know. You got to be some kind of fucking idiot to live in Florida. I mean, you really do.
It's all old people
Wait,
that do that.
because it's like, okay, so first of all, it's hot. It's muggy and hot as balls. It's probably the one place on Earth with a more volatilely humid, disgusting climate. At least the one place in America with a more disgusting climate than Louisiana. It's even swampier. It's fucking horrible. I mean, the people there are insane. There's a reason that there's Florida man stories everywhere. People can't drive there. It's super fuck. I mean, like it's just like it's like America's lunatic fucking. I don't. It gets called America's dick. I think that's too flattering. It's like a turd coming out of America's ass.
It does look like a turd.
Yeah, it's just like America fucking excreting its fucking waste. Okay? So I'm just sick. Chelsea likes it.
It's so true.
You want to go to Florida? Go to Florida. Go to fucking Disneyland or whatever the fuck. Disney World. Go fucking Epcot Center and go drink beer in every fucking country or whatever. You know? Ride a few roller coasters and then get back on the fucking plane and head back to civilization. Because, you know. Florida sucks, man. It sucks.
I don't even want to go for a vacation.
I know.
I'm so over like Disney World kind of places.
Yeah, I mean,
not a place I want to go ever again.
Yeah, I mean, my mom loves that shit, so I'll probably end up going again just for her sake. But
maybe in a few years.
Yeah,
I'm not ready for that shit.
I will go if you can show me a time when it truly is an off season, and it's not going to be packed to the fucking gills. Then I will go.
Yeah, fair enough.
Because like I feel like my main problem with it the last time I went was it was just like these crowds are nuts.
Crowded. You can't do anything.
Give me, I mean, like, yeah, I need some fucking, like, can you limit the amount of tickets you sell to this motherfucker or something?
Not.
Like, I would literally be willing to pay, like, a double price ticket if you would cut the amount of people in half. Like, can you have, like, don't have to deal with as many people day where everyone just gets double charged, but you only let half the amount of people in or something? Like, I'd do it. You know? I'd be willing to fucking do it. Donald Rump, good one. You nailed him. You crucified the son of a bitch. But can you go look and see if any of that snow is like actually accruing on the ground?
Not.
And it's falling so thick. I'm just surprised by that.
Well, it was warm yesterday. The ground's still warm.
Yeah, it's crazy. I'm looking at I can't believe I'm looking out the window at fucking snow right now. It's gotten way more since I last said it.
I know. After Cinco de Mayo.
Yeah. I can't. There's no pun there. Never mind. Snowco Domingo. I don't know. Yeah. Trump would be well, I don't know. Colorado's pretty crazy with changes in weather. Yeah, it's for sure. I've already seen it. I'm okay with it. I've made my peace with it. It's not my favorite thing in the world. I'm not like super keen on it, but I can live with it. I can accept it. I do plan on being a traveler. So I'm not gonna fucking, just because I'm settling down and my roots in a place does not mean that I'm gonna like stop traveling around. I plan on doing actually more traveling. So. Mayo and ketchup mixed together. That's basically Big Mac sauce, right?
Yeah, with relish.
Yeah, they put a little relish in it too. It's good shit. I like it. Am I buying a house? I don't know. We're still debating that. I don't think yet. I think we're going to save a little more.
Shit's expensive.
I think I think housing is a bubble. We're kind of banking on the idea that the housing bubble is going to pop at some point, and we're thinking like maybe strike then when the market does a correction and goes down so that we can buy cheap. But I don't know. The egg will be on our face if it just keeps going. It's like, oh shit, housing prices are going to the moon.
Yeah, it's very possible.
So I don't know. We might try to wait for the bubble, but we might end up being like, fuck, I don't think it's gonna happen. Then we'll buy, and then the bubble will pop.
Yep.
Like, I guess we're just gonna have to buy now. Then the next day, it's like housing crash. It's like, fuck. One more day. We should have waited. Love you. About that Doge. Hey, whatever. Just a bump on the road, bitch. You think the true Doge connoisseur is rattled by a little fucking hiccup in the market? No. Because we all know where Doge is going. To the motherfucking moon. Yeah, I think that there's no way the housing. I joke, but I mean, really, the housing prices are going to bubble. I mean, everyone knows there's a bubble. There's so many bubbles right now. They're all going to burst. The stock market bubble is going to burst. The cryptocurrency bubble is going to burst. The housing bubble is going to burst. All this shit's going to fucking flatline. So, make your money while you can. Don't buy a house right now. Wait till the fucking bubble pops if you're even fucking considering it. Build your own house, yeah. You could do that too.
I don't want to live in a house you build.
Well, I mean, I'm not going to actually physically build it.
That's what I pictured.
I don't even want to know what that mental image looked like. I have my own.
It barely had a roof.
Yeah. Sounds like it's not all that dissimilar. We're doomed. Buy a trailer. Honestly, some trailers are not too bad. Like, you look at fucking, I mean, there's a certain, like, negative stigma attached to trailer life, but, like, I've known some people who lived in trailers that were pretty fucking nice inside. Sometimes, I've known people who will go off, they'll get a nice big chunk of land, they'll buy a fucking trailer, slap the trailer on that land, and have a nice fucking little house, But, obviously there's a stigma attached to it, and obviously, at the end of the day, it is still a fucking trailer, but you can have a pretty little nice fucking house with pretty decent square footage. I don't know what's the size of like a square footage like a double wide trailer. Can you look that up?
I've seen them up to like 1,800 feet.
Right, 1,800 square feet. That's not bad.
It's bigger than our house now.
Yeah, my current house isn't even fucking 1,800 square feet. Manufactured home. Right.
Yeah, that's what they're called now.
It's a fucking trailer. Don't fucking kid yourself, right? I live in Amsterdam, born and raised here, and I can't afford rent here. It's becoming worse like New York and Los Angeles. We have the same problem. Yep. Well, those kind of places, yeah, rent can get astronomical for sure. It can get out of control. Love to see TJ try to live in one of those tiny houses. Oh my god, dude.
There's no way.
No, I could never do it. I'm not a tiny person. Maybe if I was a smaller person. You're premiering soon. Don't know if you care. What time am I premiering? What time is my... It's my episode, too. I definitely don't want to compete with myself.
I don't know. Let me check.
Yeah, like, check how much time I got till my premiere. I'm really proud of this episode. I actually want to go watch that episode when it airs. I really had fun with it.
You got 6 minutes.
6 minutes. Okay, so in 6 minutes, I'm leaving to go watch myself. As weird as that sounds.
You all should too.
Yeah, everyone should go. If you're not subscribed to the Deep Fat Fried channel, go over there and subscribe to it, and go watch the episode that we're about to premiere tonight, because it's one that I don't know. I don't know who edited it. I know we have a bunch of editors we're working with right now. I'm hoping that it's a really good edit. I really like the episode. I remember having a lot of fun shooting the episode. So it's about ridiculous celebrity food endorsements. Almost half of which are fucking Hulk Hogan. So
I'm gonna ask what's DFF.
It's Deep Fat Fried. Go click the link that Coolman just posted in there. Check that out. Good stuff. That's random.
Fun one.
Yeah, I mean, all of our episodes are random. That's kind of the point. Anyway, I'm gonna go watch that premiere. You guys fucking chill, have a good time. I'll see you motherfuckers later. Maybe I'll pop on again tonight, or it might be a few days, or who even knows. But love y'all. Gonna go watch myself talk about terrible celebrity food endorsements. Bye.